there? Thank you for watching Two Sticks. My name is Scott.
Belida.
And this is going to be our third song reaction today. And this is another subscriber request. I'm actually familiar with this band. I really love this guy's work. This is Porcupine Tree is the name of the artist, and the song is called The Sound of Muzak. So, a little bit of background. The guy that made this request, I think he made the request on one of the Rush videos. This is sort of like post-2000s prog, right here, like prog rock, prog metal. Steven Wilson, the brains behind this band, and he also went solo and had a lot of solo albums. He is looked at as one of the best producers and really songwriters in this subgenre since like 1995, 2000. So,
is this the same guy that did the Trains album?
No.
No, it's different. Okay.
No, this is rock. Right
rock.
Here.
So this is going to be such a new thing for me because I have not heard the band, the song, anything.
Yeah, this guy that makes this music, you can tell he's influenced a lot by Pink Floyd, King Crimson, Rush, and but this is a lot different.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, this is a lot different from Dream Theater, though. So we're gonna get into it. This is called The Sound of Muzak, and here we go.
The drum stands out.
Hear the sound of music drifting in the aisles.
Good voice.
Elevator flows like stretching on for miles. Music of the future will not entertain. It's only meant to repress and neutralize your brain.
It's like a protest. That's some smooth music right there.
Yeah.
Now the sound of music comes in silver bells, engineered to suit your building cheap thrills. Music of rebellion makes you wanna rage, but it's made by millionaires who need twice your age.
Wow. I gotta. Yeah. First of all, it's the words are deep. The words are real deep, and they're really true. They speak about what's happening in parts of music. You know, it's funny though because he's talking about how the good music makes you rage. You know, and yet this is some smooth, relaxing ass music. I mean, if there were no lyrics, I could just put this in the background groove. You know, I could ride this. I could ride the bike or something. It's very. It's contradictory almost. That's intriguing.
This is the wolf in sheep's clothing right here. Man.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. This is pretty cool stuff, and his voice it's very smooth, and it's the words are much more aggressive and assertive than the music. But again, that's good because it allows the message to sink in. You know, millionaires twice your age.
Well, the cool thing about this too is that I think for a long time in rock music, especially, like whatever the music was, that was the music of rebellion that spoke to the kids. That was sort of like the cutting edge. That was the leading edge. That was what eventually became mainstream. And so a lot of movements, like rap, same thing happened with rap and hip hop. It starts out as kind of this indie underground kind of thing that speaks to the desperation and rage of disadvantaged, hardship people. And then the sound catches on and it becomes packaged and advertised and mass-produced and just spread.
It winds up in the background of
everywhere.
a commercial.
It ends up in a Sprint commercial somewhere. And this guy is simply, he's making the point. He's like, yeah, all of you young people, you guys gravitate towards this music, but in a way, at least financially, you're being had. And you don't even realize you're being had. You're a part of this.
It's a musical conspiracy
matrix.
theorist.
Yeah, basically, yeah. you're being played by the music industry that knows what sounds you're going to gravitate to, and then packages music directly for that, just so that you'll buy it. But you're thinking while you're listening to it that you're rebelling against the system. So, but anyway,
I like this. It's very different.
It's one of the numbers of the world. No one cares. One of the wonders of the world.
This man really cares about music. He's actually protesting his own art form.
It's one of the wonders of the world. No one cares.
Like the way he's singing, this could be a love song. You know, hey baby, I love you so much. You know what I mean?
he's like kind of lulling you to sleep a little bit.
Right. Well, that's not lulling you to sleep right there. That's...
Done with the song, but to answer your question, I want to say this came out in 2001.
Oh, really?
2001 or 2002. I know because I remember listening to this, like this guy, Steven Wilson, like I said, he was a producer. He produced one of the, and presided over one of the most famous, like death metal albums of the 2000s.
And this is certainly not death metal.
Yeah, exactly. So he got his production credit for that, and his name kind of blew up a little bit. And then he started coming out with this. And I remember just me and my family, when we first heard this, we were like, holy shit, you know. And he had been making music under the name Porcupine Tree for a while already. There's some other albums that preceded this one that are also really good. It's very dreamy, kind of proggy. But not proggy in the same way as Dream Theater. It's a lot more simplified, and it's a lot more straightforward. And as you notice in this song, it's a lot more. It stays true a lot more to central melodic themes and grooves.
Let's hear this out.
Yeah.
And really interesting. It's so smooth. It was so smooth and relaxing, and you know, it could have been lounge music. It could have been, you know, something in the background, but yet there's this really deep message. It's really powerful, and it kind of hijacks your brain. You know, like I never thought of music as one of the wonders of the world, although you certainly could be. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think art in general is. If you look at. I mean, somebody like myself, I look at art in general, like literature, painting, music, as one of the chief achievements of mankind. Like, if we encountered, you and I always talk about these different sci-fi scenarios.
Right.
You know, if we encountered another species from another world, one of the first things I would show them would be all of our art that we've created around the world over the centuries, and that, to me, that would be, you know, I wouldn't show them necessarily the Eiffel Tower, although you could argue that that's art too.
What is art? You know, I'm a martial
Yeah.
artist, and people are like, where's the art in hitting someone? You know, but there's an artistry to movement. There's an artistry to how you train. There's an artistry to how you do music. And I guess what he's saying is we have allowed, or we've accepted, a degree of crass commercialization and propagandizing in our music, and it's not to our benefit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that. It's actually making me think.
Yeah, and it's cool too because every once in a while an artist will make a song about the music industry, and sometimes they'll even speak directly to other musicians about something. And every time that happens, I always feel like I'm getting some kind of insider's view of what it must be like to be a part of that community in that world. Like there's another artist called Woods of Ypres, Canadian artist, and the singer from that band wrote a song called Career Suicide is Not Real Suicide, and it basically goes into he's saying that if you fall flat on your face, if you do something, you know, that you're ashamed of, or whatever, your career takes a big hit or maybe it crumbles, he's telling these other musicians, he's like, it's not the end of the world, you know. So I just love stuff like that. I love
Intriguing.
it when artists talk about their own industry. But you know, guys, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe below. Let us know what you'd like to hear from us in the future. Doesn't have to be Porcupine Tree, it can be anything at all. So for Two Sticks, this is Scott,
Belida.
and we'll see you guys next time.
All right.